Hello everyone, welcome to this orientation about being in the diploma level, about the courses that you can take there, any other opportunities with the BS program for students in the diploma level, about getting ready for your internships as you complete maybe one diploma or both diplomas, and other opportunities associated with the program. So here is the image that all of you will be very familiar with. You would have been seeing it right from your qualifier orientation, I think. And congrats to all of you. You have cleared the foundation level and now you're in the diploma level, either entering the diploma level or maybe done a few courses there, or almost towards the end of your diploma, ready to get into the degree level. So you're in the kind of the heart of the program, like you can see here highlighted by the box in red color. This is the kind of the most intense part of the BS degree program, we can say, which is the two diplomas, diploma in programming and the diploma in data science. So this is where you get most of your skills in the program in the domains of programming and data science. So coming to this, here are the courses that you see. You all must be aware of this, but just running through it as a refresher. There are 6 courses and 2 projects in each diploma. This is the diploma in programming. It has the PDSA course, the DBMS course, application development 1, application development 2, programming concepts using Java, system commands course. And then of course you have the 2 projects, AppDev 1 project and the AppDev 2 project. The core requisites and the prerequisites are given for each course here. Core requisite means you have to take the core requisite course either before or along with the other course for which it is a core requisite. And the credits, you can see the credits are 2 credits for the project courses, 3 for system commands and 4 credits for the remaining 5 courses. So the entire total credits for diploma in programming is typically 27 currently as you enter the diploma level. This is the diploma in data science bucket. As you can see it, here too there are 6 courses and 2 projects. ML foundations, ML techniques, ML practice form the core of learning machine learning, and the business data management course, the business analytics course, tools in data science course, these 3 form the give you a perspective of where does the data really come from. Typically they are used in the industry, so how do you collect data from there, what are the verticals in the industries where data is being generated, what format will these data be generated, how do you analyze them, what are the analytics you do. And the tools in data science course gives you a visualization of all this data as you are structuring, organizing and formatting them as per the needs of the customer or wherever the presentations have to be made. There are 2 projects here. One is the business data management project. So this gives you a hands-on experience about data collection, convincing first a customer who owns any business enterprise, which could be a really small one, right from say a roadside fruit vegetable vendor or a roadside pani puri vendor, to maybe a small business concern, just a shop, or maybe a small a grocery store or something like that, to a bigger concern also. Convincing them about first, what is it that you're doing in this project? Why do you want them to give data? What is the use of their giving data to you? And how will you actually come back with recommendations? So it gives you the entire life cycle where you start off with convincing a customer about sharing the data, and then the data might be totally disorganized. It might be on just sheets of paper, which you have to probably enter into more organized formats such as Excel sheets, and then you cleanse it, then you organize it, then you get some insights into it, and of course, give your recommendations on how the business can be bettered. So this is a business data management project which kind of caters to a hands-on experience on collection of data and analyzing the data. The other project that we have is the Kaggle contest, the MLP project, which is essentially a Kaggle contest with a large data set that you have to run models on and kind of clear a cutoff that is given by the team using various models. So at least 3 models have to clear the cutoff, after which you can go in for the Viva with the external examiners. So here again the 2 projects are 2 credits each. The tools in data science is a 3 credit course and the remaining 5 courses are 4 credit courses. So this forms the diploma in data science bucket that you have to complete as part of the diploma level. Okay, this slide shows you how you can complete one diploma and then get on to the other diploma. there are different pathways given for completing the diploma in 2 terms, in 3 terms and 4 terms. So you can finish your diploma in data science, get a certificate, provisional certificate in your hand, and then go on to do the diploma in programming and get the provisional certificate in your hand, and then proceed to go to the degree level. Of course, you can alternate it also, do the diploma in programming first and then do the diploma in data science. So this is also one way of doing the courses where you don't load yourselves too much by taking the pathway where you take maybe 3 or 4 terms for doing a diploma and kind of completing the level in about 6 to 8 terms. The other way is where you mix the courses from both the diplomas and you kind of finish both of them at the same time. This shows you the way in which you can finish both diplomas in 4 terms. This would be the shortest possible from our side, that you can finish both the diplomas in 4 terms. And the next would be 5 terms, where we have given how do you mix and match the courses and which courses do you take when, based on the prerequisites, co-requisites, and how do you complete it. It is shown here. And also there is a sequence of courses you can take if you want to complete both the diplomas in 6 terms or 7 terms. So think about what your core skills are, whether you have a programming background, whether you are already doing some kind of data science, machine learning, maybe as part of your other degree or an internship or a job, and whether you have some background to take these courses. In that case, maybe some courses are easier for you. If you're already as a developer, you're working as a developer, or you've done some projects, you've been coding for a long time, then the programming courses might be a little easier for you. But if you're neither and you're coming into this program as a fresh student, not having a coding background or not having a data science background, I think it's better that you go slow and kind of do 2 or 3 courses in a term and kind of pace it out, but do really well so that you get good grades in all of these courses. You accrue all the skills that are required, because this is what your interviews will be based on. Many of the interviews that we have seen coming from companies, actually the tests are based on PDSA, on DBMS. They ask you about the basics of application development, hosting, and so on. On the ML side also, there are a lot of algorithms that they're asking you about, on models, on which models you would use, and so on. So it might be good to spend some time in the diploma level and kind of do an in-depth learning of whatever is being taught here. Grading pattern, the grading pattern and grading document are released for every term for all the courses for that term. Please take out some time to go through the grading document, because this gives out all the assessment components of each and every course in the diploma level. The dates are also mentioned there of when that assessment component will be conducted. So the basic components, 2 quizzes and 1 final exam, that is there in most courses of the diploma level. But apart from it, you also have the OPPs. So those of you who have completed foundation and come here, you will know that Python had an OPP that you had to pass. But here more courses will have online proctored programming exams. So for instance, the DBMS course has one, the Java course has one, PDSA course has one, MLP course has a OPP that you have to complete. System commands has an OPP you have to complete. For the TDS, there is a remote proctored exam that is there as part of its assessment. For the BDM, there are 11 assignments based on different data sets that you have to keep submitting. There's no quiz 1 and quiz 2, but you have 11 assignments based on different data sets, and then the final exam that is there. For business analytics, there are 3 take-home assignments that you have to complete and submit, which are evaluated, and they form a significant component of the final course. So each of them has different assessment components, and it's very imperative that you go through the grading document and check what is the eligibility to get the hall ticket for that particular course final exam. For some of them, we have these weekend mock tests that you have to attend, and that parts a form of the eligibility. That forms a part of the eligibility. For some of them, we have something called NPPs, non-proctored programming exams, which are more like practice assignments we give you, but they also form a bonus component that you can get as part of the course. So you might want to see which all components have what weightages, what is a bonus that you can get by doing what activities, so that your grades are much better in the courses of the diploma level. One thing here, the CCC is a 4 for everyone in the diploma level. We do not calculate it for you, we assume that having gone through the foundation, you will have a better idea of how much time is required for courses in this program, how much time you are able to spare to study for courses in this program, and then decide accordingly in the diploma level. So we assume that you have the maturity to decide based on your convenience and availability how many courses you should take. So the CCC is 4 for everyone in the diploma level, but choose wisely on how many you can handle, how many you can handle well, so that you get good grades at the end of doing any course in any term. Also, the fees for courses in the diploma level is 10,000 rupees. Hence, think about what fee you will be paying, and if you are not able to complete it or you want to drop it, the loss is much more as compared to a foundation level course. So, keep these things in mind when you are registering for courses at the diploma level. This is a very important slide, especially for students who are currently in the diploma level and who might be entering the degree level May 2024 or later. This is not applicable to students who have entered the degree level in the Jan 2024 term. So basically there is a cutoff criteria that we are bringing in for you to enter the degree level in May 2024 or thereafter. So your overall CGPA of all courses in the foundation level and all courses and projects in the diploma level should be more than 6.0 at the end of 2 diplomas. So your CGPA should be greater than or equal to 6.0 at the end of 2 diplomas. That is condition number 1 for you to be eligible to enter the degree level in the May 2024 term or thereafter. The second condition which is there is you should have a CGPA of more than 7.0 across the diploma projects that you have done. So assuming you have done all 4 projects, say, or maybe you have done 3 projects because you started your diploma course in September 21 or Jan 22 when the projects are merged with the theory. But if you have done all the 4 projects, then the average CGPA across the 4 projects should be greater than 7. So the CGPA across the theory courses at the end of the 2 diplomas, the theory and the project at the end of 2 diplomas should be greater than or equal to 6. And the CGPA across the projects you have done in the diploma level should be greater than or equal to 7. This is an and condition. Even if one of the 2 is not satisfied, you will not be permitted to enter the degree level from May 2024. Please keep this in mind. So, in case you have a CGPA of less than 6 at the end of 2 diplomas, how do you get into the degree level? You will have to repeat maybe 1 or more theory courses so that you can improve the grades in that and your CGPA crosses the 6 level mark. And in case your project CGPA is not greater than 7, then in that case you can repeat the projects once more to get a better grade and to cross this cutoff. In case you are planning to quit the program with diploma certificates, even if you have a CGPA at the end of 2 diplomas which is less than 6 or project CGPA of less than 7, we will award the diploma certificates to you. That is not a problem. You will get it from us. You will get the original diploma certificates also. The only condition is you will not be permitted to enter the degree level if these 2 conditions are not satisfied. That is what is given here, that you will get your original diploma certificates even if the criteria is not satisfied, but you won't be permitted to enter the degree level. So, students in the diploma level who are planning to enter the degree level May 2024 or later, please keep this in mind. This is a very important change in condition that we have brought about. Please ensure and look into what your CGPA is. Your progress card should have your latest CGPA after the December term has completed and now we've released it. It should have the latest CGPA in it. Check whatever is the CGPA there and also check your project grades. So count the points against each letter grade and see what CGPA you get across the projects you have done. See whether you have to improve it and whether you will satisfy this criteria. Content that's released in every course, I think you're familiar with this already, having gone through the foundation level. Certain components we have put it in red here because as the level goes higher in the degree program, like we have always said, we also start reducing the support from our side so that students actually learn how to study from the program on their own, right? So in the foundation level, there's a lot more support, there are a lot more hours of live sessions that we're doing. In diploma, we cut it down by a bit more. In degree level, it is only one session per week that we do for every course. So we hope that students will actually learn to learn by going through the program, that they don't need a support. They are, independent enough to refer to other sources of content, other sources of doubt clearing apart from just our program, and are able to manage the courses. Hence, activity questions may not be there for every video in the diploma courses. The practice assignment too may not be there in many of the courses. Mock tests, I don't think we are giving for each and every course of both the diplomas. Wherever it is there, of course, you can use it, but it may not be available in all the diploma courses. Tips to do the course well. So this is something we always have been saying consistently. Go through each and every video on your own, make your own notes, because when you watch a video, you will understand what you have to kind of make note of and whatever is required for you before the exam comes, and for you to actually have a revision. Attempt assignments on your own. Do not blindly copy from answers given by somebody somewhere in some, say, WhatsApp group or Telegram group without understanding how they arrived at the solution. If you're stuck somewhere, taking help is not a problem. But blindly copying just the answers and making submissions will not help you, because when the proctored exams come, be it at the center or be it the online proctored programming exams, you will have to do it on your own. There is no help available at that time, and if you don't do the weekly assignments on your own, you're going to get stuck at that point. Then also be very, very alert about the WhatsApp messages we send regarding so many things about the courses, right? The deadlines for the weekly assignments, deadlines for maybe a drop window, the exam city change windows that we have, maybe some special instructions regarding the OPP and the quizzes and so on. So watch out for the WhatsApp messages that we send out, for the announcement mails we send out. At least make it a practice that every day you check your mailbox for mails from us and for messages from us. That will keep you kind of updated on whatever we have sent, so that you don't miss out on any important information. Again, a thing we have been always saying, don't rely on websites selling solutions to assignments, because one, they are absolutely not authorized by us. We don't have any partnership with any of these websites. Our instructors, our live sessions, our discourse forum is the support that we give to our students, and we believe that if you are watching the videos and attending these, it is more than enough for you to pass the course. There is no need for any other external support like this, which is these website selling solutions or somebody selling solutions or private groups and all. You really don't need that if you're sincere in studying, and taking help is okay again, but not subscribing to such websites. Also, the discussion forum is very rich in these courses. A lot of questions have been asked by the students in the past, or they will be asking in the current term. If you know the answers, please do reply. It also helps you clear your understanding. If you don't know, follow those threads and you will get answers from somebody, which helps you again clear your own doubts that you may have. Calendar, again, you must be knowing this, but sync up the calendar for all the courses along with your calendar. You will know when all the sessions are happening, so that you don't miss out on any live sessions by either the instructors or the teaching assistants. Additional support, this is something that we have started over the last couple of terms based on student feedback, based on use for students, based on the requirements also. That is something that's there. So the last 3 terms, we have been bringing in students, senior students who have completed the course with very good grades and have an overall good CGPA. We are inviting applications from them, interviewing them, and then selecting maybe 1 or 2 students per course as a teaching assistant. So they are teaching assistants for the courses, and they take sessions almost every day, or at least 5 days out of the 7 days in a week. They also do office hours, and they take live sessions for the students, which you can also join and clear your doubts. If you think that it's easier to join a student-led session because they are like your peers, they are like your friends, rather than maybe an instructor-led session, this might be something that you can really make use of. And we have also started from last term 1:10 dedicated tutoring sessions. So again, senior students with very good grades in the course and good CGPA are selected as course tutors, And if you think that you need smaller group sizes to study, and groups that will kind of meet multiple times in a week, and there is dedicated time for a particular course with whom you can study and who you can ask doubts, these sessions are for you. So last term we did this for about, I think, 15 courses. So there was a tutor to whom about 10 students were assigned who wanted this particular help. There's an additional fee payment for this, and every week this tutoring sessions would happen at least for 5 or 6 hours, basically 3 days, 2 hours each. They would do this. They would go over the content of that particular week. They would go through the activity practice assignment and also kind of guide you through the graded assignment. It is just that time commitment you have to do of when that session is scheduled, and then you can make use of it. These sessions were typically run from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And we also had, I think, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. batch. So based on the demand from the students, we were also asking for tutors and we were conducting these classes. So if you think that on your own, you are not able to put aside time, but maybe some initiative like this where you sign up, then you will be kind of, pushed into marking the time onto your calendar, attending these and doing it might be helpful for you. I think it's always good to sign up for these tutoring sessions, especially if you got a U grade and you've not completed some course or you're stuck in some courses of the diploma. These might be a great way to actually be a part of and learn from that group and kind of pass the course. So look into this, and if you feel the need, please do sign up for this. I think the payments will come in the payment pending section for whatever courses you have registered to in the Jan 2024 term, and you can make use of those sessions during the entire term. So rather than doing a remedial which is like a 2-week burst, these are sessions that happen through the 12 weeks of the term. So you can kind of study in the group for the 12 weeks and do it. And also a past experience tells us that students who have regularly attended these sessions have done really well and improved their grades by a margin of at least 2 or 3 grade points for the course. So that is something that we have seen, but yes, you have to be regular attending these sessions. If students are doing your projects, right, there are 4 projects like we said. If you're doing a project and again you think you need help in doing your projects, it is not again about somebody giving you with the code and you copying the code and submitting the project, but basically you work out, maybe you're stuck in some part, you're not able to debug, you need some one-on-one help. In that case, we have senior students who have done well in projects also available as course mentors. So we assign a course mentor to you. This is again for an extra fee that is there. And these course mentors can do up to 5 hours of interaction with you. So basically they will go through the code, they will tell you what improvements are required, give you tips on how to do it better before you submit, maybe check it once before you also make the submission and ensure that it is working fine. They will not give you the exact code. You cannot ask them to write the code and give it to you. That's not part of the deal, but they will help debug wherever is required. Wherever you have a blocker, they will try to kind of remove for you. Maybe explain 1 or 2 key concepts that you have missed out or something that will help the project keep going. So students also function as project mentors. They are available. Again, the fee you pay, all of it goes towards payment for these course mentors that we onboard. The last part is remedial classes. So we find that again in the DBMS, when we have an OPP, there's a question that students have to mandatorily pass. The connection of the database to the application has to be done. That is one of the mandatory questions that is there. And many students seem not to pass this, though this is also given as an assignment, I think in week 6 or 7 of the DBMS course. So what we have been doing in the past is run remedial classes for students who sign up to get them practiced on this particular aspect of it. So we run maybe 1 week or 2 weeks of daily 2-hour sessions where students come in code and get practiced on this. Same is with say the Java also. We find that OPP failures in Java is also pretty large. So we ran a couple of remedial classes for students who did not clear the OPP in Java too. So based on need, based on time availability and based on demand, we also do some remedial sessions which are more like a short-term burst kind of a thing of 1 week, 2 weeks and maybe every day 2 weeks, and we kind of complete that training for students so that they are able to get over the blocker that has been there for them. These are just some highlights again that is there. So practice coding in DBMS, Java and PDSA, like I have been saying over the past couple of minutes. We see a high failure in OPP in these courses, so make a point to practice writing programs in each of these, doing the graded assignments yourself. Avoid malpractice in the projects and make them your flagship showcase. I think it's very important that these projects, when you probably put them up on GitHub, or you put your BDM project on LinkedIn, or maybe your MLP project is on Kaggle, you can actually showcase those handles in your resume as your project that you have done for this particular program. It helps a lot because when people are, say, looking for resources, one of the things they say is share your GitHub ID or share your GitLab ID, right? And at that point, if you have this project put up there, it really sends a good signal to say that you have done a reasonable sized project, you have hosted it and it was working too. So the code quality will also give them an idea of the kind of programmer that you are. So don't take your projects lightly. Don't do your project such that you spend hardly like 5-6 hours, do the bare minimum to pass through it and so on, but spend considerable time on your projects. You have a whole term of about 8 to 10 weeks in which you can do it. Just like you spend time every week on a theory course, solving the weekly graded assignments, watching the videos, I think you should spend time on your project also, doing parts of it slowly over the period of 8-10 weeks so that it builds up beautifully and you're able to submit a complete wholesome project as a submission. And for the full-time students who are in the IIT-MBS program, we recommend that you start internships right after foundation level if you get it, because you would already know Python programming. Hopefully you've done it well and you understand it. That is a good skill to have and you can find an internship. Otherwise, even after having completed a couple of courses in the diploma or one diploma, you should be getting some internships if you're a full-time BS student. So that'll give you an opportunity to maybe work for a concern, work with some people, get real hands-on experience on this, and that will help you when you're also going into your degree level. In general, for all students in the diploma program, we have courses on C++, Haskell programming, cloud computing and so on in NPTEL. We would really urge that you get into NPTEL and explore the range of courses we have there. So we offer about 700 courses per semester on NPTEL, and that is like a huge opportunity for you all to learn whatever you wish to learn. So go there and explore the technical courses we have, as well as of course the non-technical courses that you would like to study, and explore what is available at NPTEL, complete certifications from there. We are also running a lot of workshops on our side, be it MSLE based, be it some other workshops from working professionals in the industry, hands-on coding, hands-on projects also. These are typically conducted in the evenings or on the weekends, and we do send out reminders for students to register, informing them about such opportunities again. So do sign up for these workshops and try to learn something outside of the curriculum and the program too. These will really give you an enhanced vision of what is out there and also be points that you can put on your resume. We also organize talks by industry experts regularly. I try to attend these talks because these are on the cutting edge technology that is happening on the current ecosystem out there in the industry. It gives you a better perspective of what is happening there. Even for interviews, when you go, this wholesome kind of an information will really help you when they ask you questions about the general technology out there and so on. So that is something that you have to do. And for full-time students, we would definitely recommend in the diploma level that, or rather even in the foundation level, in fact, we will say, right, that you have to start becoming a part of the student-led events, organizing, any events that are out there, organizing events as part of Paradox, being part of the Paradox teams that do, say, the infrastructure or the web admin or anything else that they are out there. About 300 to 400 volunteers typically Paradox looks out for when we have to organize an event to the scale of, say, 3,000 people attending it on campus in the month of May at IIT Madras, right? So you do need a large scale team that will manage all the logistics for that particular program. So we would urge that, to have a different dimension on your resume, you also be a part of all such events as organizing team, as a volunteer, as a core, as an event organizer. They have multiple positions there. So you all should be signing up for it, and you should participate and contribute to such events also. We have many houses, clubs and societies. I hope you're aware of it and you signed up to some of them. Again, participate in events that they organize and see whatever is happening there. See whether you can be at least a participant, if not an organizer. Certificates for academic excellence. So this is something that we started last year and we gave out in Paradox. We will be continuing this and maybe adding up some more categories to this. But for now, we have 3 categories of certificates that we are awarding students. So we have the certificate of excellence, which is given to toppers in the program. The number is not fixed. We will decide it year on year based on how the students are performing. And at the end of 2 diplomas and at the end of the batch that is getting out the BS degree, the certificate of excellence will be awarded to a certain set of toppers. So this will be the first category of awards that we have. The second category of awards that we have is certificates of academic distinction. So all students who have a CGPA of more than 9.5 at the end of 2 diplomas or at the end of the BS degree will be awarded this certificate. So last year when we gave it out, there were 2 in the certificate of excellence category, 2 toppers in that category, and there were 8 in the certificates of academic distinction category. The third category is certificates of merit, which is awarded to students who have a CGPA between 9 and 9.5. So there were 27 such students in this and they were also awarded such certificates. So these will be given in Paradox and we also have a web page on our website that is dedicated to showcasing such toppers, and we hope that you can all aspire to be belonging in this category. Keep your CGPA up there. We don't have a limit on the number of students, at least in the certificates of merit and certificates of academic distinction. So all of you can actually do very well and come into this category. We'd be happy to award more and more certificates to students who fall into this category. And yeah, certificates for the best projects are also awarded every term. So every project that is there, the group of instructors give us the list of students who performed exceedingly well and did the best projects in that particular term. So they also get certificates from the program for best projects, and these students are also showcased on the website that is there. Opportunities to be a course TA, I think I would like to highlight this definitely for students in the diploma level, especially the students who are doing the standalone, who can contribute time and effort to the program. So like I was talking about the course TAs, right, who are senior students who have done well in the course and who have a very good CGPA, we are inviting them back to be course teaching assistants. This is the way that we operate. So we put out an opportunity and position requirement to students, and we say we invite applications for these positions of course TAs. So you can apply with your resume. There are certain restrictions on CGPA eligibility being more than 8.5, maybe an S grade in the subject for which you're going to apply for being a course TA. And it's not just these two, you need very good communication skills in terms of spoken and written, because you will be doing live sessions, interacting with students, maybe answering their queries on discourse and so on. So we require you to have good communication skills, and we would definitely prefer standalone students as opposed to students being part of another program or working professions, because the time would be limited for them in their case, while standalone students would benefit much more from such opportunities. Once we receive the applications, the group of instructors will interview and select the final candidates who are going to be course teaching assistants. So what are the benefits that such course TAs get? One, they get to spend a term at IIT Madras campus along with hostel accommodation. So every term, currently about 30 to 40 TAs are being selected, and they are coming and spending a term at IIT Madras during that particular time. So it gives them an opportunity to explore the campus, it gives them an opportunity to interact and network with faculty in the department. They can check for project opportunities after their TA-ship is over to also become like a project associate somewhere. They can explore opportunities in the research park or outside also in this time. So we hope that this one term in IIT Madras will give students an opportunity to explore whatever is available so that they can take it up next after the TA-ship is done. So that is a main benefit for being a course TA. Of course, there is a stipend involved that kind of covers their monthly expenses. TAs can also interact with the instructors here and probably work on research problems if there are any that the instructors are working on. If you're in the once you come to the degree level and maybe you're a course TA, then you can also audit on campus courses or you can credit on campus courses, because we do have that opportunity. Of course, the availability is very limited, number of seats is very limited, we'll have to see, but there is an opportunity where you can credit and audit on campus courses, right? And letters of recommendation from the instructors is possible if you work with them, because they would have seen you for over 4 months on how you work, and they would know you much better that they can give you a letter of recommendation. So this is the opportunity available to be a course TA. So those of you students who are especially standalone students who have a very good CGPA, who have good course grades, if you would like to avail this, please apply to us in the May term. I think the January term selections are almost over. So apply to us in the May term and then you can avail this opportunity. These students who are selected as a course tutor or a project mentor can work online and do not essentially get campus accommodation. They do get a stipend, and letters of recommendation from the instructors are very much possible for becoming a course tutor or a project mentor. So this is one very important point that we would like to point out and we would like to emphasize. Please go through this very carefully. This is given on the website too. This is one of the most important program rules that you have to be aware of. Basically, the entire BSc program, the IIT Madras Senate has approved, needs to be done within 6 years or 18 terms. And if you want to complete the BS program, it has to be completed within 8 years or 24 terms. Okay, this is for the BSc level and for the BS level. But each individual level of the program too has an individual cutoff time of about 9 terms or 3 years in which the levels should be completed. In fact, we are debating on changing a part of this also. We will get back to you once the policy is finalized. But for now, the IITM Senate has approved that the foundation level should be completed in a maximum of 9 terms or 3 years. And both the diplomas should be completed within a maximum time of 9 terms or 3 years. Okay. So this is something you have to keep in mind, and the time is calculated from the first term you registered for courses within the program. So supposing I register in January 2021, right? So Jan 21, May 21, September 21. We run 3 terms a year. So in 2021, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2022, it will be counted as 3 terms. In 2023, it will be counted as 3 terms. So by December 2023, students who joined the foundation level in January 2021 would have completed 9 terms. If they still have not completed the foundation level, they would no longer be permitted to continue with the program and they will be removed from the program. Okay. So from when you start the program, you have to ensure that you complete the foundation level within 9 terms. And these 9 terms will also include the terms where you do not register to courses or you take an RKA break, right? Registration keep alive, that you are telling us that I am not doing any courses actively, that's RKA. So it includes those also where you take a break or you register with us saying it's an RKA. So putting together all this, we'll count 9 terms and you have to complete the foundation level within that. You have to complete 2 diplomas within again 9 terms or 3 years. So from the term you enter the diploma level, right? The first term that you enter the diploma level and start courses, from there we will again start the count of 9 terms. You have to complete the 2 diplomas within a period of 9 terms. If you do not complete the foundation level in 9 terms, you will be removed from the program, email ID will be deactivated. You cannot continue the program beyond this. So be very, very aware of this. Ensure that you register to courses regularly. Ensure that you make a plan to complete the foundation level within this if you're serious about completing the BS program from IIT Madras. Here is a slide that captures how do you prepare your profile for applying for internships or getting ready for placement, as you complete maybe your two diplomas, if you have a degree outside, or if you are completing your BSc BS degree, preparing a profile for a period of maybe 2 or 3 years is a good thing, and you need to start thinking about it on what you will showcase there, which will make you stand out from so many other applicants for any position in any company or higher education or any other uh, uh, possibility. First column kind of shows what are the basics you should start off with. You should start with your resume. Start making your resume with whatever you have as your skill sets, showcasing whatever you know best. Maybe a website to also show off your profile, your various projects done, your other capabilities, your organizing capabilities, anything else that you have, maybe the other degree you're doing or your work experience and so on. LinkedIn, GitHub profiles are very, very important because a lot of recruiters and internship providers do look out for these. They want to see the projects that you've worked hands on and actually have posted on these handles. So LinkedIn and GitHub handles are very important that you have to create for yourself. English test, mock test, employability test is something that the team will do with you to just check how ready you are to face interviews for internships or recruitment much later on. uh, Participation in hackathons and competitions and so on are also important because it lets you gauge and evaluate yourself against the larger pool that is out there. So participating in such competitions kind of also broadens your horizon on where you stand amongst the thousands or lakhs of applicants who are going to be applying for the same positions as you are, and seeing where in terms of skill set you are going to distinguish yourselves from them. So that is something that's there. There is a set of activity points that are also defined for activities to be done in every single course. I think the IIC will talk more about this on a session with you all as you complete a diploma. They will have periodic sessions on what you have to do, how you can do it, and where you can accrue these points. And for you to apply for internship through IIC, I think you should complete at least one diploma with us, after which you can apply to get an internship through us through the IAC. They do have some norms on what you have to complete as training programs, as activity points before they can share opportunities with you, and you should be available full time to be able to take up these opportunities. Many times in the past we have found that students have applied for internship opportunities, companies have offered them, and then they come back and say, sorry, I cannot work out of this particular location that the company is saying, or I cannot do it as a full time because I'm already doing something else and so on. So it doesn't look good on the program when offers are made and offers are not taken by the students. It hurts the other students who are also waiting for such opportunities. So only if you're available as on a full-time basis to take up such opportunities, the IIC will forward your applications for either the positions of internship or recruitment later on.
So, hope you all watched that particular orientation. There's one more part of it which talks about paradox and malpractice. But before that, we thought that we will take some questions that have been coming in on the Google form that we had circulated. So, let me start off with some of the questions here. Will there be a good internship opportunity available after diploma in programming? So, after one diploma, you can technically apply for internship opportunities through us, through the IIC. Watch out for their orientation programs about what you need to be prepared about, what other points you have to accrue for the internship, and so on. But whatever opportunities come from companies, they are being passed on to students. Students are getting internships also. But I think there's a more question. This is more a question that IAC will have to answer. We'll have a meeting with them probably this week where you can ask such questions. Please clarify when OPP will be conducted for getting IOP in system commands. So the exam schedule is given for January 2024 term. It is available in the grading document also. It is available under the academic calendar link. Academic calendar link of the academic section in the website. So please go there and refer to all the dates and timings of when you'll have to take this OPPs. The OPP dates are given in the document, and on the same dates that we are conducting for the other students, you will also be taking your OPP exam. So refer to that document. I hope that will give you all the information. I'm from NIT Calicut, and my college management is telling that we need to enroll SWAYAM NPTEL courses with NIT Calicut student email ID. And for BS degree, we have to do it with IITM student email ID. How do I go forward? So, whatever courses you are enrolling with NIT Calicut email ID, that you can credit for the NIT Calicut degree. And whatever courses you are enrolling with our student email ID, where we have given the list of courses in table 2 and the HSMG table 3, that alone we will credit into the program. So what you credit in one institute for a degree cannot be credited into another degree program also. You cannot double count credits for a course that is completed. So whatever you complete for NIT Calicut needs to be used there. Whatever you complete with with the um, ds.study email ID, you will be able to credit here. So check the courses that you want to study. Don't repeat the same courses, because it is a base for you. Effort wise, you might think, oh, it's easier if I do both in the two email IDs. But basically, your learning does not improve, and you don't necessarily benefit from this. So try to do different courses on your NIT Calicut email ID, whatever they have defined, and outside of that, you can take some courses which we have defined in table 2 and table 3. Hope this clarifies. What is the criteria for on-campus BS degree? There is no on-campus BS degree. The BS in data science and the BS in electronic systems are both online. They have proctored exams in the centers which you have written for the foundation level. So I'm not too sure what you're talking about as on-campus BS degree. There is no on-campus BS degree for now. If I fail to collect data for the BDM project, do I fail in the exam, or will I be provided data? So, BDM project, so far, the project definition has been that you have to go to a business concern and you have to collect data from them. But from this term onwards, there is another way in which the BDM project can be done. You can scrape data from online, give the source from where you have scraped the data, and then you can go ahead with analyzing it and giving your insights into it. But the maximum uh, grade that can be given for such projects is only D or E. So there is a detailed orientation that we have done about this particular point last term. I think I'll share the link inside the project courses. And also, the medium team, I think, had an orientation on Friday, and possibly they'll have a meeting today also. And all those videos must be shared by you. So please go through those videos before you again ask them for similar questions, because I think they did describe in detail on how you can scrape data, analyze it, and what is the alternate method of also doing the BDM project. Please tell us about the MAD1 project, how to start, when to start. There will be an orientation for the MAD1 project in the coming week. We will inform you about the date and time. Watch out for emails and WhatsApp messages about this. There are a couple of students are saying, I can't get the ABDA 1 project course page. It says you're not subscribed to the course. So for the projects that are carried forward from the previous to this term, or even if you have registered to this term, I think you have not yet been enrolled to the project application, or it's not yet become live. Team tells me maximum by Tuesday we should be making this live on our site, but you already have access to the project statement from the grading documents. In the grading document, we have linked up links to the project statements that are there available as Google Docs. Those are also shared with you. Go through those project statements. You can actually start work on the project statements. The application access is required only when you do submission, so you don't technically need it now. So start work on your project statements, and we'll have the orientation, like I said, probably this week. Okay. Uh, then we have a question. Do we have to take NPTEL courses from the starting of diploma or after moving to the degree level? Technically, NPTEL courses can be taken from the time you start the foundation level itself, as soon as we allot a student email ID to you. So you have to do the NPTEL courses using the student email ID, and you can do it in any of the terms in your foundation or diploma level. We will credit it into either the BSc level or the BS level, depending on the nature of the course that you have done. So, crediting is in the degree level, but doing the course can be in the foundation or diploma level. What is the date till which we have to complete the MAD1 project? Check the grading document again, check the application, MAD1 application development document again. All the deadlines are given there. We have a multiple deadlines, I think, February 15th, February 28th, March 15th, March 28th, and so on. And there are also more marks if you submit ahead rather than going in for the last deadline. So do check those out. And the deadlines are given in the grading document or the application development project document. Um, how can we gather data for a capstone BDM project? Like, can we use secondary data? I think you have to go to the BDM live session to ask this. And any other questions you have, you can ask them. Normally, they do live sessions on Friday and Sunday, I think. So please go and check out answers to these with the instructors there. Okay, what if I'm writing three subjects in the end term and NPTEL exam date is also on the same date? Please do not choose courses from NPTEL that have exam date as 28th April. So even if you're writing two subjects, we might have to allocate you one subject in the morning, one subject in the afternoon, in which case too you cannot take an NPTEL exam. There are NPTEL exam dates on in other weeks, which are like I think March 23, 24. There is April 2021. There is April 27th also. So whichever NPTEL courses have exams on these dates, please register for those alone. Do not register for NPTEL exams which are on 28th April. The same goes with 24th March. You have your quiz 2 then. Afternoon will be your session. So you can maximum do only one course on March 24th. Safer will be to do March 23rd, April 20 or April 21. Okay. Um, can you explain about DBMS activity points that needs to be done? The activity points, how to apply for internship and all, we will have a separate session by IC, like I said. So I will not take up that question here. Um, those have taken four subjects, will they have to give quiz of all four together, or it will be divided into forenoon and afternoon? Yes, it will be only one single session. It is like the qualifier you have done. Every quiz is 1 hour. So if you've taken four subjects, you will be writing a 4 hour quiz in the afternoon. So afternoon of February 25th and March 24th, you will have a 4 hour quiz and you'll be attempting all subjects in the afternoon, 1 hour each per subject. Of course, we don't technically close the 1 hour for every subject. You can cross use the time, but it is a 4 hour quiz you'll be taking that afternoon. Kindly share placement statistics. Again, there is a placement related team. They will do separate orientations on it. You can attend those to get more information. Can we repeat projects for grade improvement? If you have passed the projects and you have cleared the cutoff of 7 for the projects to enter the degree level, then there is no need to do a project for grade improvement. But in case the project CGPA average is less than 7, which does not permit you to get into the degree level, in that case, you can repeat a project one more time to improve the grade and cross the 7 cutoff. Hope this is clear. So if you cross the 7 cutoff, no need to do the project again for grade improvement. But if you are lesser than the 7 cutoff, you will get one more chance to do projects to improve your grade. Not able to access BDM project, completed courses not accessible. Please write to the support team. I think the access should be enabled, like I said, maybe within a day or two. Okay, how many maximum number of terms can we complete diploma? We already shared in the last slide that it is 9 terms to complete both the diplomas unless there's a policy change, which we'll keep you posted about. But for now, you have to complete both diplomas in 9 terms. When will we get a foundation certificate? Maybe another 2 or 3 weeks. We are sorting out all the course access issues. I think we should be ready for releasing the foundation certificate after that. Okay. There's some student who's saying, I've registered to mat 2 bootcamp, but I haven't heard any mentor. I haven't gotten any allocation. There is no link, no group to address my issues. The phone is not working. I have to enroll for mentor in MLF, but I couldn't do it. 21 F3 1234. I will ask the team to contact you and we'll see whatever issues are there. We'll get it sorted. We can proceed with core requisite after completing the course of which the other course is a core requisite for. Okay, I'm assuming that, say, which one is a core requisite? MLF, MLT, right? So MLF is a core requisite for ML techniques. So you have to do MLF. If you want to register for ML techniques, you have to either finish MLF before or you have to register for MLF also in that term. So for instance, ML techniques cannot be done without completing MLF or for registering for MLF in that term. So I'm assuming your question is, can I do MLF first and then do MLT, though they are core requisites? Yes, you can. So complete your ML foundations first and then do your ML techniques. Okay, for system command OPP repeater, do we submit weekly assignments and virtual machine assignment? See, if your grade is IOP and you just need to do the OPPs alone to pass the course, in that case, we will take all the marks from the previous term whenever you had completed all the assessment components. So, your quizzes, final exam, weekly assignment mark will be taken from there. But since you could not pass your OPP for whatever reason, it would be a good idea to try all the programming assignments as well as a virtual machine assignment so that you get a lot more practice before attempting the OPP. So try this. We will not take the marks from the current term, even if you attempt all of it, but it will be a good practice for the OPP so that you are in touch with whatever needs to be studied, whatever needs to be practiced, so that you pass the OPP this time and get a pass grade. Do direct diploma students get access to Paradox events? Yes, everybody is welcome to Paradox, no problem at all. You just need to be a student of this program to attend Paradox. Okay, some more questions have come in. Let me take these also. Briefing about the activity points. There is a question from 1978. I will ask the IIC team to answer this, and probably you can attend that session and ask your questions there. What is the statistics of placement for diploma level, BSc level? We haven't yet completed, 4 years of the program. So placements, we did only a mock placement for which all the information was released already in the month of June. The actual placements will be only the coming year when more students are graduating from the BSc level. How do we go with the project? And I have MAT project this time. I already said we'll have an orientation this week. You can attend that orientation for the project. What is the difference between NPP and OPP? NPP is non-proctored programming exam. It's like a timed assignment or a mock assignment that you were doing even in Python, or maybe you were doing given in I don't know, Java or something like that, where we had weekly assignments you had to complete which were timed, not like an open assignment of 10 days in which you had to do it. So that is non-proctored and you typically submit it. There is some marks for that. OPP is the online proctored exams that we actually do, where you have to get more than 40 to pass that particular course. Can I take courses from elearn.nptel.ac.in? You can take for studying purpose, but we will not be crediting from that. For crediting, you have to take only SWAYAM courses. You have to go to the center and you have to write the exam. Okay, again, activity points, will they expire after completion, 1 year completion? I think I will ask the IIC to handle this particular questions. You can attend those orientations to actually get more information. Will internship other than IIC, do we get anything from here? I think that's also something that they answer. I've applied for MAD1. I cannot access it from the dashboard. Like I said, we will definitely check into this, and within a day or two, you should be getting access to it. Will we be having recorded session in DS diploma level? Okay, I'm not too sure what recorded session in DS. I don't know if you mean the orientation. Yes, we will have an orientation. Um you'll get videos for the courses, but I'm not very clear on what the question is by recorded session in DS diploma level. Okay. Can we get certificate of merit and excellence after one diploma or two diplomas? It's only after the two diplomas are completed. It's not after one diploma. But this is a question from a dad student. So yes, you do get the toppers of the dad program alone get recognized here. So we select a couple of them from the top who have the highest CGPAs, and they get certificates of excellence actually. So can we call this program off-campus degree? This is not a campus degree, but neither is it an online degree. So it's more of a hybrid thing. But many times in drop downs, we have seen that there is no concept of degrees being hybrid at all. They only ask whether it is a campus degree or an online degree. At that point, it becomes an online degree. I think slowly they will have to, as more universities probably offer hybrid programs, then they will have to come out with that terminology to actually implement this there. Is this 9 term to complete both diplomas? I'm starting diploma in Jan 24. And is it counted from now or foundation? It is counted from the time you enter the diploma level, not the foundation. So in Jan 24, if you're starting your diplomas, diploma level. Then this year you will have 3 terms. 24 in 2025 you'll have 3 terms. 2026 you'll have 3 terms. So by December 2026 maximum, you should have completed your both diplomas, or before that also you should complete. But ideally, that is the time period that you have available to complete the diploma. So it is counted from when you started the diploma level, when you entered the diploma level. I have enrolled for diploma in programming 4 courses, and it's my mistake. I want to skip 2 of them. So please help me. Um, okay. There is a drop window after 28 days. You can probably drop the courses there. I'm not sure why it is a mistake, but you can try maybe whether it is accessible or not, and then probably take a call. But you can drop courses after 28 days. That is a 3-day drop window, and you can actually drop courses then. The link for MLP mentoring was open and payment was also done. When will the option to select time slot and confirmation for ML project be available? Okay, if it's an MLP mentoring, I hope it's for the theory course. For the theory course, I think let me check with the team. It was supposed to be yesterday or today that we were supposed to be keeping the payments open. Maybe yesterday night, Jan 20th night, we were supposed to be closing the payments. We'll need another half an hour, half a day to reconcile all the payments that have come in, and then we'll open the G form for slots. For MLP project, that is a separate mentoring. If you paid for that also, then that time is between you and the mentor to select. So we'll allocate a mentor, and after that you can work with the mentor to get their time, your time, because these are one-on-one sessions. MLP project mentoring is one-on-one. The MLP itself, the course itself, is a 1 to 10 that we will allocate. Slotting will be open today. We are hoping the form will be open today. Can we add discrete mathematics to optional NPTEL course? Would NPTEL courses be added to a final degree as one of the completed courses? So we'll do the credit transfer. We'll mention the course name, but it will not come under your CGPA. Discrete mathematics, let me check whether we can do it, and we'll inform you if there's any change in that. I'm currently a diploma level student, but due to inconsistency, it's becoming difficult to understand the new courses and maintain good score. I want to quit the entire program and rejoin the program. Okay, 2112, I think let me look at your progress card, and then I will probably reach out to you or send me an email, and we'll probably see what can be done in your case. In project course, where it is graded for 100 and adjusted for 120, if we get less than 28 in level 1 Viva, will it also be adjusted? Not really. You have to pass the Vivas independently, and then we'll grade it out of that. So you have to pass out of 100, and then we kind of scale it up to get the marks out of 120. It's not like you can get a very low marks and we'll scale it up and hence you will pass. You have to pass first, and then we'll scale it up as an incentive. Is foundation level certificate released? No, it's not released. Like I said, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks it'll be released. We are for sorting the course access issues. To both diploma with foundation level need to be completed in 9 terms. See, the foundation level has 9 terms as timeline to be completed. So all you guys have finished the foundation level. You have now entered the diploma level. The term in which you enter the diploma level, that will be term 1 of your diploma level. So you have 9 terms to complete your 2 diplomas. So that starts from the term that you entered the diploma level. Like I said, if you have entered your diploma level in, say, May 2023, that is your term 1. September 2023 is term 2. There'll be 3 terms in 2024. So 5 terms, 3 terms in 2025. So 8 terms. January 2026 will be your last term. So the 9 terms get counted from the time that you actually start and enter your diploma level. Hope this is clear. But the overall limit of 6 years for the BSc and 8 years for the BS remains. So while you have 3 years or 9 terms for the foundation, 3 years or 9 terms for the diploma, supposing somebody's taken 3 years for the foundation and you've taken 3 years for the diploma, in that case, your BSc 6 years is over. You will not be able to do the BSc level. So you have to keep the overall time limit also in mind when you're also going through your various levels. I have registered for AppDev theory. I want to do AppDev 1 project in the next term. Can I have the project statement to start the project now? The next term project statement is not available now. It will be released only in May. But if you want to practice, you can practice on the current project statement that is available in your grading document. But since you've not registered, you can't technically submit it. But if you want to practice, you can do that. But the May term project statement will be released only in the month of May. I would like to request the replacement of the subject MLP with BDM. I think that's going to be really difficult because we're just completing consolidation of all the courses that people have registered for, and changing subjects for now is probably not possible. So that's all questions we have in the form that is out here. If there are any other questions, please write to support, and the support will be handling the queries. The phone has been switched off for the last 1 week, so we've not been handling calls, but from tomorrow we should be on up again for phone calls. And your mails are also getting cleared. There's been a lot of mails that we have been having. We are clearing the backlog of mails, and it should be done this particular week. So we should be resuming normal service from starting from tomorrow. We'll go to the last part of the presentation, which is the BS paradox event. Details about that, a little bit about it, and also the malpractice documents, the sexual harassment, and the cyberbullying that you have to be aware of and totally avoid, because we have zero tolerance for such things, and we would like to outline what are considered as, say, malpractice or cyberbullying or sexual harassment, and what could be the actions possible for it, and in the last 1 year what has actually happened with students who have committed any of it. So the last part of this presentation will focus on that, and any other questions, please write to support. All the best for your diploma levels. Please do it diligently. This is the level in which you acquire your skills, and we hope that you can complete it with really good grades. All the best.
So here at this IITM BS program, we not only encourage you to learn content from us through the academics which we offer, but we also want to enhance the student life experience you get when you go to a physical college. While the program itself is online, where the teaching happens online and evaluation happens in person, we want to create an environment where you can get the full experience of the student life. For this, the program actually has created 12 houses which are named after the Indian forests. The names are given here, and each member of this program, each student of this program is associated to this one of these houses. And there are groups which are there, and these groups are created from students of the same city or neighboring cities, and this helps the students to connect in some way. Every group has a group leader, and every house has a secretary, deputy secretary, and web admin. These houses also maintain their own website. They also actually have very interactive events, inter-house, intra-house competitions, and that really provides a vibrant environment for students to interact with each other and actually benefit while learning in this program. So the goals of this is to create a leadership skills for the students who are part of this organization. So you can also aspire to be secretaries or deputy secretaries or web admins of this program, of these these houses in the program, or you can also actively take part in organizing events and things like that within the houses itself. You can enrich your experience by joining clubs and other co-curricular and extracurricular activities. We also want to promote equity through our inclusive policy, and this environment of houses actually gives a mechanism for addressing grievances also, so that in case there are some challenges which you are facing, or if you are having some issues where you need help from another student, this house structure can help you seek that help in a fluent way. So in addition to these houses, we have the flagship student fest, which is organized here at IIT Madras. So there are actually 3 versions for this. So this flagship event is called the Paradox. So this is a student-led fest which is organized by the students for the students across the country. So there are 3 versions. The on-campus event is the major event which happens here at IIT Madras. It happens usually in May. This is a place where we hope to see every one of you. Last year we had a congregation of about 3,000 students showing up here at IIT Madras and enjoying the campus and participating in technical and cultural events for a period of 4 days. So in addition to this in-person event which happens in May, we also have 2 online events, one which is called Savan Paradox, which happens in August, and another which is Margari Paradox, which happens in the month of December. So Savan Paradox happens between the term breaks of May and September terms, and the Margari Paradox happens during the term break between the September and January term. The May Paradox, which is the in-person paradox which happens here on campus at IIT Madras, this year has been scheduled for May 30, 31, June 1 and 2. So you will have 4 days of sports, technical and cultural events. All of you are welcome to join. We hope to see thousands of students here on campus, and you can be a part of it. So there are also societies and clubs which host workshops and competition year round. These clubs and societies organize events as part of Paradox also, but they can also organize events outside of the calendar of Paradox and based on their own schedules and their own interests. In addition to this year we are also starting a new initiative, which is the in-person meetups across the country. So if there are a group of students who want to meet up in their city and want to interact and socialize, it could be just joining together to have tea and chat, or it could be a physical activity like playing a cricket match, or it could be just sitting and learning in an environment, going to the library or something. So for such events we are trying to promote them through the houses and also through individual students who may be interested in organizing such events. So we will send more information in the near future. So for this kind of in-person meetups, we are hoping that you will be able to come up with a proposal, and the IIT Madras BS program team will provide financial support if needed. And based on the proposals we will receive, we will screen and select a few, and we have some plan of supporting this financially as well. So we hope that there is more and more physical interaction between students, and hopefully that will create a network which will help you go a long way. Here are some amazing pictures which were taken during the Paradox event. So the image which you see here with the director and coordinators and the dean academic courses is during the first Paradox, where we had more than 2,500 students who participated and enjoyed the campus, stayed here and actually took part in various events. So this gives an opportunity for the students to interact with the administrators of the program, the faculty who teach you, and also the instructors who have actively taken part in the various live sessions and so on. So as you can see images, you have an opportunity to interact with the director one-on-one, and also in some cases you also get to spend enough time with the instructor or the faculty conduct workshops and so on. So there is also a certificate distribution which happens, which is an official event where students actually are given the provisional and the final certificates based on the levels they have completed. So the co-curricular activities which happen are shown here. Some of them include hackathons, industry interaction and so on. There are very interesting events which happen. Many students participate in this, and they also win exciting prizes, and it gives a really vibrant environment for students here. So this is an image where the first set of diploma certified students are shown. So all the students got their provisional diplomas during the first round of Paradox, and in the second year of Paradox we actually had a more formal event where students were given even their final diplomas for students who are quitting the program. This year we will be very excited. We are all very excited because the first set of students who have completed the BSc degree will be getting their final diplomas and when they are quitting, or they will also be awarding the provisionals for the students who have completed the requirements for the BS degree. So we look forward to having all of you here, and you will all be witnessing history happen this May. So what is there without having enough fun. So we have a lot of fun during Paradox. There are cultural events where you have singing, dancing, fashion show, and all sorts of extracurricular activities which students take part in, participate, and it is a fun-filled fest which is driven by the students. There is a group of students who actually actively take part in organizing this. You can also be a part of the team. You are more than welcome to sign up for being volunteers for Paradox, and then raise up the ladder and eventually be the core organizing team for Paradox as well. So this will give you a great learning opportunity, and this definitely helps you gain leadership skills. So there are also sports events which are held. There are many interesting competitions, whether it is the marathon which happens early in the morning, or it is football and basketball and cricket and so on, which is played across the different grounds in IIT Madras. You get an opportunity to experience the campus in its fullest glory. So these are some of the interesting events which happen in and around Paradox, and also through other student initiatives which are happening throughout the year. So we hope that outside of academics, you also enjoy the learning experience that you get by interacting with students, and you build a strong network which will take you a long way in your near future. So here is a list of the social media handles of IIT Madras BS program. As you can see, these are our official handles, and we request that each of you follow these handles. Many exciting information will be shared there, and you will be able to get to know each other and also socialize outside through this environment. I hope this gives you a perspective of what student life in the IIT Madras BS program would look like. Hope you all make the most out of this. In addition to providing this kind of a vibrant student life, IIT Madras is also very socially conscious. So we provide fee support for students who come from socially, economically, and physically disadvantaged backgrounds. The scholarships are based on various criteria. We also provide CSR support for students who are meeting the requirements. In addition to providing this kind of financial support, we also have a very active placement and internship cell, which helps in facilitating placement for graduating learners. We also help in securing internships for learners who have completed both the diplomas. We also have an administrative team which tries to respond to any queries you might have. When you have support queries related to courses, payments, exam centers, exam dates, the portal itself, or assignments, quizzes, mark sheets, etc., you can write to support@study.iitm.ac.in. So we will respond to you. It may take a little bit of time. We do get thousands of emails, so we will get back to you. It may take 48 hours for us to respond. Please wait. We will address your concerns and questions. In case you have something which is more specifically related to student activities or wellness related issues, we ask you to write to a separate email ID. Please don't write to support when you have these kinds of issues. We want you to write to student_affairs@study.iitm.ac.in. Please make sure that you can reach out to us. We will provide the necessary support you would look for, and we will help you through whatever you might be facing. Having discussed all this, we now need to look at more serious issues which are important for maintaining the academic integrity of this program, which is the rules which govern the program related to academic malpractices. There is something called graded punishments. These graded punishments will be imposed on anyone who indulges in academic malpractices. This can be during an exam or an assignment. So some of the academic malpractices are listed here, which is unfair communication, use of material or devices which is not permitted, impersonation, plagiarism, and forging of documents, etc. This is not a comprehensive list. So there are many other activities which would be deemed as academic malpractices. A comprehensive list will be sent to students every time there is an exam. You will be able to see this, and this document is also available on your dashboard to go and look up. You will be able to see which are all activities which are considered to be academic malpractices. There are serious consequences when you are talking about such malpractices. It can range from getting a U grade in the concerned course and 1 grade lesser in all the other courses, or it could be U grade for all the courses registered in that term, or you can also get debarred from registering for the next term, or you can be expelled from the program as well. So depending on the violation, the consequences can be quite severe. So we hope you understand the consequences of your actions and you act accordingly. So when it comes to non-academic misconduct, cyberbullying, sexual harassment and things of that sort, there is actually zero tolerance here at IIT Madras. For when we have both academic or non-academic malpractices or misconduct, we do not take it lightly. There is a disciplinary committee which is constituted for the BS program. So this is a Senate subcommittee, which means it has been empowered to make certain recommendations to the Senate directly, and their recommendations will be discussed and approved by the Senate. Once it's approved by the Senate, it gets implemented. Okay, so please understand that there are very serious consequences for your actions. So when it comes to non-academic malpractices, there are various types of activities which can be treated as non-academic misconduct. It could be rude behavior to a fellow student or to the support staff or people, instructor or faculty of the program, or people who are involved in the program in some way. You could also be impersonation on social media, or using social media handles which misrepresent who you are, right? So it could be a handle which has the IITM name attached to it, or misrepresenting it as if to show that it is an official IIT Madras handle or a BS program handle. All these are serious impersonations which can lead to severe consequences. If there is slandering or spreading of false information about the program, or cyberbullying, which in itself is a very serious crime. It is actually something which can be taken as a criminal offense. There can be serious consequences in the legal world as well. We will talk about what they are. Making program specific internal communications to public, in the sense you will be receiving a lot of communication from our side. You will be receiving WhatsApp messages, SMS and emails which share program specific information which is meant only for the students of the program. This cannot be shared in public. This is not for public consumption. So if you share such information to the public, that can also be treated as a non-academic violation. There are recommendations which can be either a simple probation with warning, or reduction in your CCC, which will reduce the number of courses that you can take in the subsequent terms. You can be debarred from participating in the internship and the placement process, or you can be completely rusticated from the program. So please understand that the consequences for such actions are quite severe and you cannot take it lightly. Okay, let me specifically talk about a couple of non-academic violations which are very serious. Cyberbullying is one such thing. IIT Madras has zero tolerance for cyberbullying. So you can see that cyberbullying is defined as any aggressive intentional act or behavior that is carried out by an individual or a group using electronic forms of contact repeatedly and over time against another person or group. So this is the definition of cyberbullying. So if you harass anybody which is repeated through an electronic mode, or if it is done over a period of time, then that would be considered cyberbullying, and we will take severe action for doing this. If at all you are caught, please be very careful that you will be given the most severe punishments. We will discuss what has already happened towards the end of the slides. So cyberbullies generally tend to resort to repeated aggressive behavior which is intended to humiliate, scare, anger, or shame the targeted person or group. So if somebody is doing that, then if you are somebody who's a victim, please reach out to us. If you are somebody who's aware of something like this happening, please inform us. Please make sure that it stops. It is a serious violation, and in a program of this sorts where most of the interactions are going to be happening in the electronic world, it is important that you understand the consequences of such actions. So here are some of the examples of cyberbullying. This is not a comprehensive list. This gives you an idea as to what they are. Spreading lies about or posting embarrassing photos of someone on social media, trolling or circulating memes that are aimed at another person, impersonating someone and sending mean messages to others on their behalf, hacking personal accounts, sending abusive, threatening, hurtful or inappropriate messages to harass someone, sharing someone's private messages or picture or threatening or blackmailing to do so, threatening someone to commit an act of violence or threats of pornography, stalking someone and sending targeted messages, etc. So as I already mentioned, this list is not comprehensive. Please be very careful about how you interact with people in the cyber world. Another serious violation where IIT Madras has zero tolerance is sexual harassment. In case you do not understand what it is, please learn about what sexual harassment is. Sexual harassment can be defined as any unwelcome behavior. The person who is at the receiving end of such behavior is the one who decides whether it is unwelcome or not. So you do not get to define it for others. So if as a victim you feel victimized or you feel harassed, then you have the right to come to us. Please do not feel embarrassed if you are facing something like this, whether it is cyberbullying or sexual harassment. You please feel free to reach out to us. So when you are having such interactions, make sure that you send an email to students-grievance@study.iitm.ac.in. We will address this immediately. Okay, so we want you to know that you should not feel embarrassed if you are facing some of these issues, and it is a fundamental right to have a harassment-free workplace or a learning environment. If at all you are going through something like this, keep a record of all the notes, whether it's a WhatsApp message or SMS or emails, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, whatever it might be. So these will come in handy when the committee is looking at what the issue is. So for people who are not aware of what activities would be classified as sexual harassment, it would include sending someone sexual content without them consenting, or unwelcome sexual advances or requests for sexual favor, or sexualized comments, example on photos and etc. So all these are considered to be sexual harassments. Any unwelcome behavior which makes the other person uncomfortable can be treated as harassment. So please be very careful in what you engage when you are actually interacting with others. Okay, now that I have given you details of what the penalties are and what the violations are, let me give you a summary of what has happened in 2023. So as I already mentioned, we have zero tolerance policy. If you are caught doing something, you will get the punishment for it. So please understand, these punishments have already been meted out and students have been penalized. So when they were possessing incriminating materials during online remote proctored exams, 68 of them were given a U grade in the concerned course, and were 1 grade was reduced in all other courses. When people used ChatGPT or generative AI or other websites to answer questions during an online proctored exam, they were given U in all courses in the concerned term. And when they were possessing incriminating materials during offline exams, again they were given U grade in all the concerned courses. So there were 11 and 6 students who have done these violations. Total of 17 have gotten U grade in all the concerned courses for these 2 violations. Then we have impersonation in an exam and sharing of answer sheets and referral of material or devices or discussion with students and so on. All these has resulted in U grade in all the courses concerned in that semester, in that term. So this has been another 7 students who have gone through these violations, and they have been penalized accordingly. Communication with other students through any means, it could be just WhatsApp or some other communication mechanism during an exam. This is communicating with fellow students through and during an exam. It's not just communicating with students during an exam. It is considered to be a academic malpractice, and if you do that, you get a U grade in the concerned course. Plagiarism or data manipulation has also resulted in U grades for students, and exploiting system vulnerability is a very serious offense, and the student who actually did this has been given a U grade in all the courses in the concerned term and has been debarred from registering for courses in the subsequent term. In case of non-academic malpractices, we have had cases where we had to deal out very serious punishments. One of the students who was caught in the cyberbullying violation was basically penalized by reducing the CCC by 4 for the 3 subsequent terms, which means this student cannot register for any courses over the next 3 terms. And the student is also debarred from participating in internship and placement processes. The 3 other students who were involved in cyberbullying activities were also penalized, and their CCC was reduced by 4 for 2 subsequent terms, meaning that they cannot register for courses for the next 2 terms. And these students were also debarred from participating in the internships and placement processes. We hope that you understand the seriousness of all this. We seriously urge you to make sure you follow certain web etiquette, making sure that you do not get caught up in this. Most of you are doing fine. There are definitely some cases where these violations are being caught, and this leads to serious consequences which really jeopardize your progress in this program. So, while communicating with anyone, treat others with the same respect that you would like to receive. Be courteous and kind to anyone, right? So whether it is a fellow student or a support staff, instructor or faculty, always be courteous. You can always have some constructive criticism, but do not be rude to anybody while you're communicating. Avoid pointing out errors and mistakes in a public forum. So everybody makes mistakes. We definitely have some errors. There may be something which has happened, but talk to them privately, point them out, or write to the support staff, try and get the issue resolved instead of trying to publicly humiliate or shame the person. Understand and respect the diversity and dignity of all. Do not send any offensive or discriminatory messages. All the laws protecting rights and dignity of people are also applicable on the web. So this program is very unique in a way that you have people who are as young as 18 years old who are coming right out of class 12, and you have learners who are in their 60s and 70s who are studying together, which means there is a varied understanding of what is acceptable and what is not. So if you are in doubt, do not share things which could be perceived as offensive. Your perception of what is offensive might be different, but please understand that your perception might not be the only one which people understand. So please make sure that all communications are kept professional, and you make sure that you have a conducive environment which promotes learning and socializing in a positive way. With this, I'll end my discussion on the various malpractices and what would be the penalties. So I hope you take these things seriously and make sure that you get the most out of this program by focusing on the learning aspect instead of trying to get into some other unwanted and unnecessary activities. Thank you all the best, have fun learning.